Hey, I'm Heyzeus, and in this video, we're going to be asking the question, is Valve ever going to bring back the Dragon Lore? Is this skin ever going to be available as an in-game drop again? Now, the reason we're interested is that the Dragon Lore is a special skin, and its powers extend well beyond CSGO, and I'll demonstrate. So, for example, here is a video of Phantom Lord trading up for a Dragon Lore. And here's a video of how FaZe Rain reacted when he got a Dragon Lore.
No way! No way!
And here's a video of Team Martin trying to unbox a Dragon Lore. Wow, a true alpha right there. Now, you're probably noticing some very consistent themes with each of these videos. In particular, the Dragon Lore appears to have the power to make grown men scream like little girls. But there's another power this skin has that you might not notice, and that is the power to get insane numbers of views. Dragon Lores pull eyeballs, and even today, YouTubers are still cranking out Dragon Lore videos on the regular because they get clicks. They are a selling point for the game, and I really mean a selling point. Now, I can't show you this, it would probably get a strike on my channel, but when CSGO was released in China in 2017, A Perfect World, which is the Chinese company Valve partnered with, promoted CSGO with an image of a naked woman with Dragon Lore tattoos painted on her body. China, everyone. And Dragon Lores have literally been on TV, for that matter. So yeah, this skin is a big deal in CSGO, it's a really, really big deal. But despite how popular it is, it's been 3 years since the skin was last available as an in-game drop. Valve cut off the supply of these things ages ago, when Operation Hydra ended, and since then, a lot of stuff has happened. CSGO has more or less twice as many players as it did back in late 2017, and a lot of these new players are Chinese guys with lots of money to spend on skins, and that's led to things becoming a little bit crazy when it comes to the Dragon Lore. Over the last year and a half, a factory new Dragon Lore has gone from being worth $1,500 to about $5,000. All the skins you use to trade up for it are rapidly running out too, thanks in part to those YouTubers I mentioned before, and this skin is just generally getting rarer and more expensive by the day, and at this rate, it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. In fact, I think it's only a matter of time before the factory new Dragon Lore reaches the $10,000 mark. And that brings us back to our starting question. Is Valve ever going to bring back the Dragon Lore? Will it ever be available in-game as a drop again? Now, you can make a pretty straightforward argument for why Valve might never bring this skin back. Basically, it's very expensive, and a lot of whales, a lot of people who spend tons of money on CSGO skins own them, and if they bring the skin back as a drop, it'll fall in price, it'll piss off the whales, and they might not spend as much money on the game. In other words, you could argue that Valve has a financial incentive to keep this skin discontinued. And I used to be very confident in this theory, but honestly, I'm not so sure anymore. You see, when it comes to keeping skins discontinued, Valve has had a pretty inconsistent record. They're not worried about screwing people. In fact, they've done it pretty regularly in the past. For example, you probably know what a Desert Eagle Blaze is, a famous Deagle skin, very expensive now, and it's from a collection called the Dust Collection. Now, the Dust Collection was one of 8 original collections you could get as in-game drops in 2013, and Valve discontinued these 7 years ago. But then, completely out of the blue, Valve brought back 6 of them as drops for Operation Vanguard in 2015, and it wrecked their prices. It took the Desert Eagle Blaze years to recover from it. And similarly, in 2016, Valve brought back dozens of previously discontinued stickers, and this, again, wrecked the prices. It wrecked thousands of investors, they lost tons of money, and because these stickers are still being sold in-game to this very day, there is no chance their prices will ever recover. And in 2019, Valve randomly decided to bring back a whole bunch of discontinued cases as drops for non-prime players. Again, cases that a lot of people had invested in, investments which were pretty much screwed as a result. And the Dragon Lore itself has been a victim of this. It was first released for Operation Breakout in 2014, and it's been brought back for 4 different operations since then. Valve has a history of discontinuing this skin and then bringing it back. In fact, it's normal for them to do that. And sure, it hasn't been available as a drop since Operation Hydra in 2017, but there are some very obvious reasons why. Firstly, the Dragon Lords collection was only ever dropped during operations, and after Operation Hydra, we went for 2 years without a new operation. Valve abandoned the concept of them, largely because they didn't seem to be drawing in new players and getting the community hyped up anymore. They turned their attention to new features like Panorama UI, Danger Zone, and free-to-play instead. On top of that, in late 2017, the market was pretty flat. There wasn't that much energy anymore, prices weren't really going up, and because of that, getting dropped rare skins wasn't as huge an attraction to players anymore. So again, Valve didn't really need the Dragon Lore, it wasn't that useful for them anymore in getting people to play the game. So the Dragon Lore was only ever discontinued in the first place because it suited Valve. And when you consider everything that's happened since then, it's easy to see reasons why Valve might start looking at bringing this thing back. Firstly, CSGO has boomed over the last year and a half. Skin prices have skyrocketed, there's tons more people playing the game. A couple of years ago, it honestly looked like this game was going to die. I genuinely thought it would, but these days, it's doing better than ever. And not only that, we finally had another operation late last year, Operation Shattered Web, which brought 3 brand new skin collections, including 2 new AWPs designed to be just like the Dragon Lore, and it was hyped. It led to an explosion in CSGO's popularity. The skins were really well received, people loved it, and you can guarantee that at some point, Valve is going to release another operation, given the last one was such a huge success. And here's where things get interesting, because one of the problems operations had in the past was that they kept recycling these same 6 collections, including the Cobblestone collection, which the Dragon Lore is from, over and over again, and it made the operations less exciting as a result. People like having new skins in their operations, but increasingly, they weren't getting that. And if Valve keep re-releasing the same collections from Operation Shattered Web, they're gonna have the same problems. However, they could probably fix that by mixing in 1 or 2 other collections of skins each time they release another operation. And if I was gonna mix an additional collection of skins into the next operation, the first collection I'd be adding would be the Cobblestone collection, the collection that the Dragon Lore is from. Now, this is all still speculation, obviously. I don't know what Valve is going to do, but I think it also shows that there's no good reason to think that the Dragon Lore is never coming back. I think there's every possibility it could happen. The reality is, Valve have a history of reintroducing discontinued skins. They don't do it with every collection. They are aware of the impact it can have on skins prices, but in the case of a skin like the Dragon Lore that's been in 5 different operations before, I don't see why they'd have too much problem making it 6. Now, having said this though, there's no reason to panic sell the Dragon Lores either. If Valve brings back this skin as a drop, it'll probably cause massive amounts of hype and get the market incredibly fired up. And the price of the skin might not even drop at all. Long term, you may even benefit from all this. The bigger threat to the Dragon Lore, as far as I'm concerned, is actually from souvenirs. If Valve ever brings Cobblestone back into the competitive map pool and starts dropping Cobblestone souvenirs again, souvenirs, by the way, that you can buy in an unlimited quantity for just a couple of dollars each, that is going to be really bad for anyone who owns a souvenir Dragon Lore. Now, luckily, for the time being, Cobblestone as a map is hot garbage that is so universally reviled by the community that it seems like it's been outright abandoned by Valve. It's more dead than the ghosts that used to be in the map during the Halloween event, but things can come back from the dead sometimes. Just ask Vertigo. And if Valve ever decide they want to bring back this map, it could be kind of messy. Although, on the bright side, it may also mean that we end up getting a new Cobblestone collection, just like how we got a new Inferno and new collection in 2018. And I'm not sure if that means we're going to get that Dragon Lore Zeus skin that so many people seem to want, but hey, I'm sure it will have an interesting tribute to the Dragon Lore in it, one way or another. And in a weird way, that could also be how Valve ends up bringing back the Dragon Lore as well. Dragon Lore AK anyone? Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe, massively appreciated. And a big thank you to Skinport for sponsoring this channel. Skinport, formerly known as SkinBay, it's the same site. All that's changed is the name, is a skins marketplace and cash out site. It's safe, convenient, easy to use. It's got a super competitive sales fee of 5% if you put skinport.com in your username, a really low fee if you're looking to sell your skins. If you're looking to buy instead, it's got a ton of great deals with over 100,000 CSGO skins listed, as well as easy to use deposit and withdrawal options. Awesome site, check it out, link is in the description. Anyway, that's it from me. As always, trust the numbers, not your guts. I'm Heyzeus, thanks for watching, see ya.